Sally Ann Struthers, born on July 28, 1947 in Portland, Oregon, came from a medical family. Her father, Robert Alden Struthers, was a surgeon, while her mother, Margaret Caroline, kept the home. Growing up with an older sister, Sue, Sally's early life seemed fairly typical for a family that valued education and medical success. However, when Sally was only 10 years old, her father left the family, marking the beginning of a new chapter in her life. This separation deeply affected her, as her mother had to raise the two daughters alone. Though the family faced hardship, Sally's resilience became evident at an early age, and this quality would serve her throughout her life, especially in her career. Little did she know, this early disruption would shape her career in acting, giving her the emotional depth that would later win audiences over in both comedy and drama. Sally Struthers' early steps into acting. Sally Struthers took her first steps into the entertainment world in the late 1960s and early 1970s. She began by landing small but notable roles in television and film. One of her early breakthroughs came in 1970 when she appeared in 5 Easy Pieces, alongside the legendary Jack Nicholson. While her role was small, it marked her entry into the world of critically acclaimed films. Sally held her own in a film that explored complex themes, a significant feat for a young actress. Around the same time, she began appearing in variety shows like the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour and the Tim Conway Comedy Hour. These appearances allowed her to showcase her comedic talents, which would later become one of her defining features. Through these early roles, Struthers began to make a name for herself in Hollywood, setting the stage for her breakout role. The role that made her a household name, Gloria Stivich. In 1971, Sally Struthers achieved stardom when she was cast as Gloria Stivich on the iconic sitcom All in the Family. As the daughter of the outspoken Archie Bunker, Gloria quickly became a character beloved by audiences for her warmth, independence, and strong beliefs. Sally's portrayal of Gloria struck a chord with viewers, as the show tackled difficult and often controversial topics such as racism, gender roles, and generational conflict. Sally's nuanced performance allowed her to walk the line between humor and drama, making her an integral part of the show's success. Her chemistry with the rest of the cast, particularly with Carroll O'Connor, who played her father Archie, was a key factor in the show's cultural impact. All in the Family became one of the most influential sitcoms of all time, and Sally Struthers was firmly established as one of its breakout stars. Branching out, drama and film roles. Sally Struthers didn't limit herself to television comedy. She also sought out more dramatic roles. In 1972, she starred in The Getaway, a crime thriller alongside Steve McQueen. Her performance as a restless wife marked a departure from her comedic roles, showcasing her ability to take on complex, multidimensional characters. The film became a major box office success, further cementing her versatility as an actress. A few years later, in 1977, she starred in Intimate Strangers, a television film that explored the topic of domestic abuse. Struthers' portrayal of a woman facing physical abuse was a courageous step, as the film was one of the first to address the issue on television. The role earned her respect not only as a skilled actress, but as someone who was willing to take on difficult, socially relevant material. These dramatic roles added depth to her career, proving that she was much more than just a comedic actress. A career that spans generations. Sally Struthers in voice acting and theater. In addition to her on-screen work, Sally Struthers built a thriving career in voice acting. She contributed her distinctive voice to a wide range of animated characters, from the Pebbles and Bam Bam Show to Disney's Tailspin and the satirical Dinosaurs. These roles introduced her to younger generations of audiences, expanding her reach beyond the traditional television medium. Struthers also excelled on the stage, appearing in major theater productions such as Grease, Annie, and Hello, Dolly. She brought her flair for comedy and timing to each role, making her an adored figure in the theater world. Notably, her portrayal of Miss Hannigan in Annie was widely praised, as she skillfully blended humor with a touch of villainy. Whether it was through animation or live theater, Struthers continued to showcase her versatility as an entertainer, maintaining a loyal fan base across various generations. Personal life, family, marriage, and motherhood. Sally Struthers' personal life has been as full and complex as her professional career. In 1977, she married psychiatrist William C. Rader in a private ceremony in Los Angeles. Their marriage represented a blending of two distinct worlds: Sally's life in entertainment and William's career in the medical field. The couple had one child together, a daughter named Samantha, who became the center of Sally's life. Sally often spoke of how motherhood had changed her, bringing new perspectives and priorities to her life. Despite the challenges of her marriage, the actress remained focused on providing a stable and loving home for her daughter. After 5 years, Sally and William's marriage ended in divorce, but Sally remained a dedicated and involved mother. Her bond with her daughter has always been one of her greatest sources of pride, and she often spoke of her joy in watching Samantha follow her own path in psychology and holistic healing. Sally Struthers reflects on her relationship with Carroll O'Connor. As Sally Struthers reflects on her career, one figure stands out more than any other: Carroll O'Connor, her co-star on All in the Family. For decades, Sally and Carroll were inseparable in the public's mind, with Sally as the headstrong Gloria and Carroll as the iconic Archie Bunker. Now, at 78, Sally has opened up about the truths she feels the world should know about O'Connor. According to Struthers, while Archie Bunker was known for his gruff and politically incorrect nature, Carroll O'Connor was the complete opposite. Off camera, he was sensitive, thoughtful, and deeply caring. Carroll became a mentor to Sally during the filming of All in the Family, offering her guidance and support. Sally fondly remembers how Carroll took her under his wing when she was a young, untested actress. "He never made me feel small," Sally said, adding that Carroll believed in her ability to portray Gloria as a voice for young women everywhere. Carroll O'Connor, the man behind Archie Bunker. Sally Struthers emphasized that, beyond the character of Archie Bunker, Carroll O'Connor was a man of extraordinary humanity. Despite playing a character known for his sharp tongue and sexist remarks, Carroll was nothing like Archie in real life. He treated his co-stars as equals, especially Sally and Jean Stapleton, who played Edith Bunker. He admired Jean beyond words, Struthers recalled, highlighting how Carroll was a staunch advocate for the voices of women on the set. Struthers also mentioned that Carroll had a mischievous sense of humor, which helped lighten the mood on set, especially when the show's subject matter was heavy. His ability to balance humor with gravity was one of the reasons All in the Family resonated so deeply with audiences. Sally described Carroll as a teacher who showed her how to be brave on screen and grounded off screen, teaching her to use humor and compassion as tools in life. A legacy of kindness. Sally Struthers honors Carroll O'Connor. Sally Struthers' reflections on Carroll O'Connor's later years are marked by admiration and a deep sense of gratitude. After the tragic loss of his son Hugh in 1995, Carroll's heartache was evident, yet he continued to act, showing remarkable resilience. Sally described how Carroll's sorrow didn't make him bitter. Instead, it deepened his compassion for others. She believes that it was this compassion that made Carroll O'Connor not just a great actor, but a great man. Sally wants people to remember the man behind Archie Bunker, the man who was a protector, a mentor, and a friend. She wants the world to know that Carroll O'Connor's legacy extends far beyond his portrayal of Archie Bunker. It includes the kindness, intelligence, and warmth that he shared with everyone around him. For Sally, honoring Carroll's memory is a way of paying tribute to the man who shaped her career and life.